Oh, look at this idiot. Hope Not 8 Raphael coming here to fucking congratulate Hope Not 8 Moon.
You know Brian's active. You know Brian's free. You know Brian's around. You know Brian's around. He's not around online. That's what people need to get over. They need to get over their obsessions over people. Just get over it.
Oh, sorry, Moon, I had to because I you know, this afternoon, the last thing I said to her is I can't get over that you went running to Hope Not 8. But I don't blame her in a way, but...
Look at the shape of the Moon. Brian...
Now, obviously, after Moon had gone running to Hope Not Hate and Prevent and whatever, Jupiter thought, yeah, it's funny this. Proper funny. Now, obviously, Ginger Toner and Helgower was not happy with that situation. And why would they be, realistically? Bear in mind, it was literally the day before where Helgower and Ginger Toner was on Jupiter's exposing Clown World and Hope Not Hate. For Moon to come out and the fucking very next day and say, oh yeah, I've been running to Hope Not Hate and Prevent. It just makes us all look like cunts. Now, very shortly after the chat between Jupiter and Ginger Tony and Helgower and whatever, Jupiter tried doing the remix with fucking Moon, trying to make out like, oh, it wasn't Prevent, it wasn't Hope Not Hate, it was some trans fucking bullshit or whatever. Yeah?
So she never went to Nick Knowles. She never went to that Hope Not Hate. She was looking for an organisation that helps her with cyberbullying to do with trans agendas for her daughter, and she found a place and never explained what they are, and they get money from Hope Not Hate. It's an umbrella branch. That's basically what it is.
No. Everyone knows that was absolute bullshit or whatever. Anyone that's gone away and checked the site that Moon said or whatever, it doesn't exist. Just another lie. Now, for me, any time that Hope Not Hate is anywhere around you or whatever, you catapult them out your life, your community, the movement as such. You just get them gone. Do you know what I mean? Now, how many attacks has Jupiter done realistically on decent people on the right side of history? Do we remember when the riots was happening and Jupiter was using everybody's live footage, whatever, of the riots to just acquire views, attention, whatever? And then because DJE contacted her and said, I'm not being funny in any way, but, you know, this is actually my job, and by you airing my live while I'm live, I don't even mind you doing it so much afterwards, but for while I'm live, you can't be running my live because, you know, they're not going to get the revenue from that or whatever. Perfectly fucking, do you know what I mean? Perfectly normal request or whatever. What was Jupiter's fucking reaction to that? All of a sudden, he was a bad guy, this, that and the other. He wasn't a bad guy when he was using all of his fucking footage, was he?
He was up, because you never know, YouTube might strike these videos up. Some of these videos have been posted on YouTube.
If they take my videos, they take my videos. I'm not here to... I'm not worried about that. I know that I haven't done anything wrong.
Like so DJ Mania and the rest of the YouTubers when they're out there streaming the events, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they did. But DJE is a very sad individual because he doesn't like his material being shared, so he's not really in it to get the news out there. He's in it to get monetisation.
Just the video we recorded when he was in Southport during that terrible violence that happened.
those three poor souls got murdered, and that violence, that extreme violence in the middle of the road in Southport was just awful, really.
Yeah, I think that turned out to be a car accident, though, didn't it?
What?
I think that's why he took it down, because he found out it was a car accident.
So the police van light.
Right, so the police van got set on light in Southport.
Yeah.
There wasn't. I mean, are you talking about the three girls got murdered?
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. DJ Media filmed the violence while DJ Media was there when he filmed the violence, and he posted on his YouTube account. And you're lucky that video is still on YouTube. You're lucky that YouTube is not going to strike it up.
So Tom Jungle says, I think someone who puts their life on the line for content deserves to own their content and not for other people to leech off it. Okay.
Are all these people wrong realistically and Jupiter's right? Is that the case?
Well, there was a match on during the day.
Oh yeah, Danny, let me drop the link for you. So Tom Jungle says, I'm not here to argue, but you're very opinionated on other people. Other people like who, Tom? Do you mean like Lady Divine, the black racist? That proves that, you know, we've got problems within community cohesion in this country, not just from one side.
Yeah, mainly coming from you, Jupiter.
Of course I'm going to have a problem with a black racist. I'm white.
Well, they've obviously got a problem with you because you're a white racist.
But people like that should not throw stones in glass houses.
Fucking hell, if iron was a commodity, you'd be able to buy a new keyboard.
What do you mean? Everybody judges me. You must not know about me. You must not know about me.
Fucking hell. Ego on this one's massive.
I do see. He went, yeah, let me fucking get hold of it. So he's like on the phone to Maya Tusi and we're in the pub like laughing and joking together. Fucking beautiful, right? How about that?
But all those connections matter, all of them.
Absolutely they do. Absolutely they do.
Yep.
Now,
check how two-faced this shit is.
I mean, a lot of people give Maya a lot of stick. I mean, come on, man. He's doing what he thinks is what is the best thing to do.
It's like Banksy is another person that people don't really pay much attention to.
Now, does Mayor Tusi not get attention like Banksy? His channel is actually thriving. It's fucking massive. What are you waffling about? This is just deflection away from the discussion around Mayor Tusi, because Jupiter knows full well he's just another one along in the long line of people that she's attacked.
Man, Banksy,
he knows stuff. He knows stuff.
Others.
I'm not gonna say Harry knows stuff, but he does. He knows stuff.
He's a really nice guy. He's Iranian, by the way.
To find out their opinions and make videos out of it, I will. That's only none of their damn business. After all, did they moan that Mayor Tusi went to a lefty fucking rally? No. Why not? Why is he going to the left?
Why would we? He was exposing the left. Have you ever gone to a left demo and exposed him, Jupiter? No, because you don't like exposing yourself to potential violence, do you?
How do you know they're full of open night? All I know is he wouldn't have done it if Tommy Robinson had been on that stage up there. No, but what I'm talking about is that these people are
So, are you actually flinging a bit of shit to Mayor Tusi's direction now? Is that the route we're going? Funny as fuck, yeah.
They're just hypocrites. And I know everyone's got a little bit of hypocrisy in them, right? And I know that nobody ever knows what they would do unless they're in that actual moment in time. I know that, right? Life's taught me that a lot. But the hypocrisy of these lot, listen, they wanted to keep shooting and firing at Easy. They thought it was funny when it was Easy. If Easy's fired back and that's caused a problem, that ain't nothing to do with me. There's an old saying, yeah? Pick your battles wisely. Oh yeah, I firmly believe in that. Tomo and myself, other people, they'll hide and pretend that they never done any of that. They weren't ever fucking sent any shit. I was sent loads of shit that I didn't run with. God, got dragged in with the Photoshop picture of fucking Danny Roscoe, though. I did. But so did Wendy, and it was Wendy that ran with it, not me. It was on Wendy's show, not mine. See, when people want to go out there and they want to fucking talk shit, they want to talk shit and the truth. So I'm fucking sick of it. The only time I've ever lied on here has been to do in my own personal business to swerve people away from my own personal business. To protect my family. And I've got a right to do that because it's my business. Ain't yours, it's mine. When it comes to any dealings on here to do with any of you lot, I've not lied about anyone. If I've misconstrued something, I've misconstrued it. I'm not malicious.
No, not at all.
Probably the biggest lie that I've ever told to do with anything on here would be that I didn't hear something if I did, and I don't want to get involved.
Now, after Clown World, I'd took the piss out of people, did a big expose, putting out all these voice notes and whatever. People have had to admit, yeah, we was a bit daft, we fell for all this bullshit or whatever, Ginger Tony and all this. I've admitted, yeah, you know, it was our fuck up for trusting wonky cunts or whatever. Now, it's one of them, innit? It should really be a case of once you've been had over, you'd be very fucking strict around things. You check things out before allowing anything near you again to make you all look like fools yet again. Now, when Moon, Jupiter's co-pilot, has gone running off after the Helgower and Ginger Tony have been on there to go over all the exposing Clown World, exposing Hope Not Hate and whatever, for Moon then to go off and fucking come back on Jupiter's Live and go, oh, I've actually now made reports to Hope Not Hate and Prevent, blah fucking blah. At that point, you catapult that person out of your life, you catapult that person out of your community, and you expose them for what they are. Other than that, you are inviting more problems. What you don't do is come out with some bullshit, some remix, making out, oh, Moon didn't do that, I got it wrong. She actually went to some trans fucking bullshit or whatever helpline who gets funded by Hope Not Hate. Now, anybody normal, if Jupiter was, you got to remember, Jupiter said she asked her for the phone number of Hope Not Hate. Now Jupiter now, because she's not talking to me, and said, oh well, I only said that so I could check out if Moon was telling the truth, or if she'd actually gone to Hope Not Hate and whatever. She also did actually say, oh well, you know, if I'm making reports anyway, I could make some money while I'm doing it. Very weird shit. The remixes that come afterwards or whatever just make it even weirder. Now, what you would have done if you was trying to trick Moon and trying to find out if she actually had or whatever, you would check out the site that Moon gave or whatever, the bullshit line of some fucking olive branch of fucking Hope Not Hate or whatever, or who gets funded by Hope Not Hate, this trans bullshit or whatever. Now, that site has been checked. It hasn't been checked by Jupiter, because Jupiter didn't give a fuck. It has been checked. It doesn't exist. It was just yet another lie from Moon, Jupiter's fucking co-pilot, on and off. You know what I mean? If Jupiter was genuine and she was trying to figure out if Moon had done or hadn't done, that would be the first port of call, would it not? But she didn't do that. She then ended up sat with Moon after all that had happened She ended up sat back with Moon for months, and she only fell out with her because Moon fell out with her. Other than that, she'd still be sat with her right now. Same as she was sat back with Wendy after all that shit had happened. The Spice incident was fucking thrown around the internet that implies that Jupiter's lad had found Spice, smoked Spice, beat up his missus and beat up his kids. Now, for me, as Jupiter being a grandmother, you would hope that, do you know what I mean, Jupiter would fucking take the side of the innocent parties, the grandchildren. You wouldn't want them to take the side of the person that fucking beat them up or whatever, would you? But that's what Jupiter's done. Now, Jupiter has admitted along the way certain things. She said, oh, you know, there is an aspect of truth to it, but people have added things on or whatever. She even said that she was going to do a live or whatever about the dangers of that situation or whatever. So there is a lot of truth to it, to be fair. Jupiter obviously just don't want to admit it because in her eyes it makes her look a cunt. You make yourself look a cunt, Jupiter. You don't need your son to go beating up his fucking kids or whatever to look a cunt. You make yourself look a cunt because you lie so much and you cover for wonky hope not hate rats. You've got Jason Tyler behind your back pulling your fucking strings, who's tied to hope not hate, and you know that he's tied to hope not hate. I've shown you all these things. You is complicit in removing Danny Simpson, who was one of the front runners for Anne-Marie Waters' party. They had to get rid of him to put Graham Craddy in that position. Graham Craddy come from Hope Not Hate. The party around him admitted, yeah, he came from the Hope Not Hate camp, blah blah blah. And when I've told Jupiter, that person in your chat section now is Hope Not Hate Graham Craddy, Simon Lord's fucking friend. That should tell you all you need to know. What did Jupiter do? Did she deal with it? Did she ask him? No, what she did was booted me and blocked me from warning anybody else that, yeah, you've got Hope Not Hate in your fucking camp right there, trying to cause all sorts of fucking shit and implicate all sorts of nonsense. Now, when Jupiter herself has called Tommy Robinson a grifter and she's attacked all these people, you know what I mean, Danny Tomo, Danny Roscoe, Paul Thorpe, Candid with Lubner, the list goes on and on and on. Do you know what I mean? But she says, oh, you know, me, I'm one for attacking people on the right. Where? When? Let's see a fucking scrap of evidence of me doing any of this shit that you come out with. I can keep putting out evidence after evidence showing you doing what, you know what I mean, what I fucking said you've done or whatever. Let's see you do the same. You'll struggle, I can tell you that much. I don't think anybody that knows me for even a short amount of time would ever be able to come up with a conclusion that I was of the left and attack people on the right. Jupiter thinks me attacking her is me attacking the right. I don't see Jupiter as the fucking right in any way, shape or form on any day of the week. Not being funny, but if you're a magnet for Hope Not Hate and all you do is cover for him, rather than expose him and catapult him out the fucking movement, you cover for him, you fucking lie for him, you twist everything out of fucking shape and just make things private or whatever like that, or make things better. Now, if it weren't embarrassing enough for Team Tommy when Clown World did what he did, and then shortly after you've let Moon do it, and then lied for her to fucking cover for it and saying, oh, she just said that because she was angry. No, she didn't. No, she didn't. I'm not being funny, but Danny Roscoe knows full well because he felt the implications of that. He was intervened by Prevent, and that's no laughing matter. But to Jupiter, oh, it's just funny, innit? Now, when the first premiere that I put up last night and whatever finished, I had a look on the notifications and Danny Roscoe was live. Now, Jupiter was on there trying to leech onto AY and Roy. She's desperate to get in them communities. And what's she going to do with that opportunity if it does come her way or whatever? Considering Danny Roscoe is saying, oh, you know, anyone that subscribed to me, subscribe to Jupiter. It's like, what are we doing here? Are we sending traffic? Are we sending decent people to this wonky cunt? I don't get it. I don't get it. I know Danny Roscoe's not around to know half of these things. A lot of these things was before his time. I don't even think he was around for the clown world side of things or whatever, but do you know what I mean? It's one of them things. You have to learn from mistakes of the past, whether they're your mistakes or if you can learn from somebody else's mistakes, that is the best course of action. You don't want to have to make a mistake and allow some shit to go on and let it fucking blow up in your face and end up with egg on your face to learn a lesson. You can learn it from other people's past mistakes. That would be the more sensible fucking thing to do, I would thought. Now, all Jupiter does is destroy shit from within. If you wanted to destroy something, the best thing to do would be to send Jupiter into that group and she'll destroy it from within. I mean, I don't like Vele, I don't like his channel, I don't like the shit they come out with or whatever, but Jupiter used to sing Vele's fucking praises or whatever. She introduced Danny Roscoe to that situation, making out, oh, you know, it's a good community, blah blah blah. They're just slightly opposite of politics or whatever. Was that the case, realistically? Jupiter destroyed Vele's channel from within. They got them all infighting and going at each other and this, that and the other. That channel's now just pointless. It's fucked. I couldn't give a shit because it's Vele's channel or whatever. For me, they're polar opposites of anything and I wouldn't waste any time on these people. But Jupiter decided she was going to send Danny Roscoe into that or whatever. At least a year has been wasted around them wankers. For what purpose? Would you want them people around you? Would you want them stood next to you at a demo or whatever? I don't think so. Not when Vele's brother is... And Jupiter knew this, but didn't tell Danny Roscoe. She didn't tell anyone until she was having conflict with him. Oh yeah, you know... Vele's brother was one of the people that turned up to what they perceived to be Tommy Robinson's family home with Islamic extremists, Ali Dower and that other fucking shit cunt. You know what I mean? It's like the information like that would have been better to be known up front, not down the line. Just now you're having problems with him. That's what I mean. It's just wonky fucking behaviour after wonky behaviour. Now, when you know all this and you're aware of all this, would you want that injecting into somebody else's community? Roy will be none the wiser. AY will be none the wiser. Same as Danny was none the wiser about a lot of stuff or whatever. When myself and Jupiter was having a one-to-one and she was losing and she asked, oh, Danny, will you jump up and try and explain this to Den or whatever because it's all going sideways. Now, when I explained everything to Danny, he agreed with me. He went, well, if I would have knew these things or whatever, you know, I might have navigated things differently and blah, blah, blah. Information is key. You're better to know than to not know in any fucking scenario. Now, for Danny to be introducing other people's communities into what's already a fucked up fucking situation, I think that's proper loose, if I'm honest. I don't think that is a good idea in any way, shape or form. Once people have done these things and people have gone over and you've mixed that community with this community, you've just literally creating another 12 months of problems. It takes, on average, about 12 months for people to realise that these people are shit cunts and they're causing nothing but problems, divide amongst their community, because you've injected one wonky cunt into that that's desperate to fucking make a name for herself or whatever. She'll still destroy it. It doesn't matter what you reward her with, she will still destroy it. And she'll do so at best from within. So you open the door to a wonky cunt, you can't moan later down the line when that wonky cunt fucks everyone over. All you have to do is have a disagreement with her, and all of a sudden you're a cunt, just like DJE was made out to be a cunt. All he asked was, can you not share my lives while I'm live? I won't get the revenue for that. And because of that, all of a sudden he was this, he was that, he was the fucking other. Now, how many times has Jupiter ran the content of AY? Now, all he has to do is say to Jupiter, I'm not being funny, but while I'm live, just like DJ, while I'm live, I don't want you running my live because I won't get the revenue. And rightly so. Do you know what I mean? These people are putting themselves in harm's way, going out, costing them money, time, effort, and putting their necks on the line. Is it right that Jupiter would leech off that? No, it's not, obviously. Now, the moment they say to her that, she'll be getting the treatment that DJE got. Now, these are things for people to contemplate. You know what I mean? It's like, if we don't learn lessons, we're just going to end up in the same predicament 6 months down the line, 12 months down the line. We're going to end up in the same predicament, and it's just forever giving free ammunition to the enemy. It is that simple. Now, I'm going to be pulling out fucking loads of shit. Loads of shit. I'm going to bury Jupiter in shit. So, it's one of them for me. It is what it is regardless. Whatever people choose to do around that is up to them or whatever. There was very good reasons I come away from this movement. It's knocking on for 3 years now. Definitely over 2, more towards 3. And there was very good reasons why I come away from that. When people that are wonky cunts are given trusted positions and whatever, and can then collect and gather information to pass over to third party trolls, which Jupiter is guilty of doing as well, just like a handler, Wake Up UK, then there's a fucking issue, there's a problem, and it needs dealing with head on, not ignoring, not injecting into other people's communities. Do you think these people are going to be receptive and thankful for it or whatever? Like I said with Dana or whatever, better you know now than not know. Do you know what I mean? And he agreed with me fully or whatever. If he would have knew, at the time or whatever, he would have navigated things differently or whatever. He certainly wouldn't have been trusting any of that fucking situation or whatever. And rightly so. Now, it's exactly the same from Danny to Roy to AY. If you're not making them people aware of the past history problems or whatever around around this wonky cunt or whatever, you're not giving them any fucking warning. You're not giving them any opportunity to step back from it and think, yeah, I don't want this around me. I don't want anything to do with this cunt or whatever. I don't want myself or any of my following to be doxed and all this fucking shit. You just keep it out. You keep the rats out. You can't fucking allow these things to go on and expect everything to be okay. It would be desperate moves from desperate people to have to need somebody like Jupiter around, would it not? For me, it's just common sense. It's just literally common sense, logic and reason. When you avoid that, you end up with fucked up situations and you're just awaiting the next fuck up, and people from the left to be able to sit back and laugh at you all for falling for the same dumb shit with the same dumb people. Do you know what I mean? Who was it that was giving Clown World the light of day, giving him time of day, running through all this stuff, all this nonsense and whatever? Wendy and fucking Jupiter did that for 9 months, and only when I started questioning the bullshit and kept getting blocked and having to do videos and this, that and the other, only when all that happened or whatever was it able to be exposed or whatever. And it didn't happen from within that circle, it happened from without of that circle, and Jupiter's trying to remix that shit or whatever. Embarrassing bullshit, absolutely embarrassing. Same with the Mandy Mosley shit and all that. These things have been exposed, not by Jupiter, by me. I'm very good at catching people out on the lies and the bullshit. I'm very good at reading situations and reading people. I'm very good at dragging the truth out of a situation and separating fact from fiction. That's why Jupiter hates me. And it is hate, it's not just dislike or a different way of looking at things or whatever. She fucking hates me, because at the end of the day, I trip these people up. I show people what these people are about. I catch them out on all sorts. I record it, I document it, and I chuck it back out when necessary. That's why she hates me. Now, that I put out last night, it was just the first one. The building blocks for people to get a grip of the situation, to understand. Just people like Nixie, it's not been around that long, it's been around a year. All that shit that went on. Crystal and Dave being targeted, veiled threats issued as if it was coming from Team Tommy or whatever through Jupiter. Oh, you don't know who the contacts I've got, blah blah blah. People are watching you, people are fucking thinking that you're wonky and whatever, blah blah blah. To try and intimidate Dave to not go to any further demos or whatever. Now, Dave's got a channel with 100,000 plus subscribers. Would you not want Dave to be there and be live and give 100,000 people the ability to fucking view what's going on, boots on the ground or whatever? It's not like Jupiter's there doing whatever, you know what I mean? She's sat at home fucking just going through people's content. That's all she does. Go through, use people's content, and then attack people left, right and centre, and literally covers up, lies and covers up for the wonky cunts in the mix. Now, that's never going to change. Ever going to change. Now, if I was Nixie, after trying to defend Jupiter somewhat or whatever on the premiere last night, I would be asking Jupiter, if I was Nixie, for the evidence. You know, you've made out that Crystal's done this or whatever for all that time. You've literally said 2 different versions of events on the same fucking discussion with Den. You've made out it was Crystal, and then less than an hour later you said, oh no, it was Moon. It was Moon. Oh right, so it wasn't Crystal. So all the attacks, all the fucking hate campaigns and whatever that you've been running for 2 years with your fucking trolls that you enrolled, and Danny knows full well you enrolled, because, well, everyone needs an ESO, don't they? Yeah? Okay. We have to hit reality, realistically. We really have to hit reality. If you're going to continue doing the same dumb shit over and over and over again, then you can only expect to be on a collision course. It is that simple. We can do much better. We can do much, much better. Jupiter is not somebody that you want around anything productive in any way, shape or form. She's a bottom feeder. She's a bottom feeder, a magnet for hope, not hate. There is no getting around that. That is the fact of the matter. And I'm just going to be bringing tons and tons and tons of shit out. So the situation ain't going to get any better. It's going to get worse. In my opinion, people need to do what Wendy's done and put the fucking distance between yourself and Jupiter. She's vile. She's vile. She's literally one of the biggest problematic people on YouTube by far. She is the person that is constantly giving free ammunition to the enemy, and she does so on a daily, hourly basis. If you're going to sit at home online for fucking 10, 12, sometimes more hours a day or whatever, you know what I mean? You'd be grateful if they was doing something productive, but it's like, it's not productive. You're destroying things. You're literally making it look bad on anybody that is a genuine Tommy supporter. Not people that say, oh, he's a grifter 1 minute, and then because you think you can get your foot back in the door or whatever, oh, now Tommy's the best thing since sliced bread. Yeah? I thought you said he was a grifter. I thought you made out all these people around Tommy, this, that and the other. It's time to wake up, no pun intended. Right, enjoy the day, look after each other. The next premiere, it's probably going to be weekend now, to be fair. But yeah, same again. Premiere probably going to be a couple of hours or whatever. Have some popcorn, get some popcorn in, and we're just going to keep going through bit by bit by bit, and eventually there will be no wiggle room for anybody to even contemplate that Jupiter is somehow worth defending or having around. So yeah, enjoy, look after each other, stay safe.